So just as we have just recited the prayer for taking refuge and generating bodhicittas, so accordingly, the making sure that you cultivate the bodhicitta motivations. And then we'll do the usual meditations. Thank you. We will continue with our teaching. So please again reinforce the motivations of this bodhicitta, which is to wishing for the full enlightenment, to benefit all sentient beings, and in order to achieve this full enlightenment, then to cultivate the thought that that you are listening to this profound teaching, and also resolve oneself to put this into practice. So should never underestimate this importance of this to beginning the practice with these bodhicitta motivations, which is essentially an altruistic, the mental attitudes or a concern for the well-being of all sentient beings. So, in fact, so this such concern for the well-being of other beings is very much the essential, the elements of one's spiritual development as well. So without going in details, so if you do, then we will waste a lot of our time there. So just to understand that how the important or how beneficial it is to cultivate this the altruistic mental attitudes, because the as a result of that, or as an effect of that, then we will be the getting rid of or minimizing or decreasing the self-cherishing mind, and as a benefit of decreasing the self-cherishing mind, then we will find as an effect of that decreasing the self-cherishing mind, that we will find the more joy and happiness within our mind. So this is something that we can understand from our own experience.
Sheni Konyo Serena, Pento Carde the Mundizado, then the Soso, Pento Yaba, Soso New. Me are Jara Seni, Kaya do de Kakal, Pawama, my son Tentuna Pay.
So if it's very clear that how if we cultivate this altruistic mind, altruistic thought, then how this automatically brings about even happiness in one's own within one's own self, and so therefore it should occur to one that it is this it is worthwhile practice. Is a very beneficial practice to cultivate this altruistic thought. So therefore, altruistic, when we talk about cultivating altruistic thought, is we're not just talking about really the not necessarily talking about the welfare, or the advocating the benefit towards other sentient beings. So in fact, it is something very we can see its benefit to one's own self, and so therefore this is important to, even when you hear about this about the loving kindness or about such altruistic thought. So you have to be able to recognize that it's, rather than just hearing a word, but recognize its relevancy and its benefit if you cultivate that initially, and then to develop that, so it has a tremendous benefit for oneself.
ngano kolosun rogo de sha chusa de kolon romo ga yon sigre ma je shedo sha chiri ngano kolon ma ro yon ma de ha ro chusa de je de ha ro ngano mi za ma de la mi je mi za de ngana ji la ba yu ma de la fen ji do shin la ba yu de ngano ra pa yon de kolon ya ma se ro je sha chusa yon de zen de ma je chemeri de ga ji hola son tetuna tani yapun de ngene somba yede sombing aro sha kan sha ba zombi semi kan de tetun re to chi ta na che chombo ya zan de lo jo nga de yin de me che gu
how if we focus on cultivating this the altruistic thought in within ourselves, and then how we can see how this has if you have to check, this has an effect on one's everyday actions. Then the effect is that in everyday actions, and one will be as a result of that, as an effect of this altruistic thought. So one will be the really preventing a lot of the like unwholesome or negative actions. So which kind of automatically want to be preventing that. So even in everyday life, everyday activities, so we can, it has such effect in terms of lessening such negative actions. So this is why, because if we look if you check the causes of our action, what kind of what drives our actions, and then we will notice that in most cases, and especially in all our major actions. So these are all driven by our own mind, some kind of or a force of our intention, mental intentions. So therefore, if we have that, the intention, mental intention that motivate or that drive that action, if it is something positive, something wholesome, then naturally then the action that followed after that thought will be also something wholesome and positives. So of course there are certain, like actions, which will be minor actions or movement of our body, such as like, sometimes without any control, we might be blinking our eyes or just happen to moving our hands. This could be more like, yeah, some kind of, it could be a reflexive of the body, but so where there is, it's hard to say there is anything related to our mental, like impulse or the intentions or motivations. So beside that, putting aside that, but most of our actions and also if the major important tasks that we undertake in works in our life, so it's very much depends on our motivations.
할로마 주시를 막 도세 된 거랑 아주 세트리 지정하는지 신세선아무도 다 가르치는 드니시 야래 되네 배제 제사는 마셔서다 이다 손은 드니 손에 갈래 안도 배지시고 저도서마 양에 저러서 될로야님 보이 얘네 이다 드니什么的 쉬나 야 가르치나 서서 쇼바도 니제 제라 편비 써봐 냄비 써봐 깨지잖아요. 편비 선비 온게 가리는 제시야 터싱에는 딱 들어서 자건데 건바 된걸 보고 근데 된걸 보더니 왜 야보시 땡데라고 들이 현주 세고 싸다 든 수용 거데 진짜 아 저러선 대도인데 당연히 제가 저러 것만 해고 야래 이나 시야데 시녀를 계정에 개청발에 당 대세고 하래 년여라 이 진행에 세워 말에 당 맞춰서 계획 마신 게 매그 세고래
So really what is important is to integrating this the practice, and particularly this practice of bodhicitta mind, or which is essentially, we always say, it really means good-heartedness or loving kindness. So these we need to integrate into our everyday life, actions. We have to try to so in everyday actions, if we remember to trying to put a bit of in that action, if we put a bit of element of this kind-heartedness, very or this altruisms, then we are whatever that actions, the whatever effort that we put in that actions, so we can call that as something as part of our spiritual practice to cultivate bodhicitta mind, or to cultivate a positive state of mind, so it is, then it become that action, our everyday action also become a part of our training, spiritual training as well. And so therefore it's not in our cases, it's not the case. Our situation is not that we have short of certain knowledge of the Dharma. In fact, when we talk about the knowledge of Dharma, we not only we talk about this bodhicitta mind, and we also even talk about some, very highest, like a secret mantra practice. We talk about that. So, but but the most important thing is, which as I always emphasize, and I again emphasize here, in fact, is really the thing that I would say the most key advice, all the essence of everything I've been saying. So that is to trying to include this element of this kind-heartedness of the bodhicitta in our actions, whatever action we are doing. We have to try to have some sort of influence of this bodhicitta mind. So, and then that would be great. But instead of that, if we forget about this, our practice in our everyday actions, and then rather in everyday actions, so we let just a very normal, very negative state of mind to operate, like such as whatever action we do is either could be out of some jealousies, or out of we doing that action because of some pride, or desirous attachment. And so if you do that, then of course, then we our spiritual knowledge and spiritual learnings, then all are really of no use, no benefits. So therefore, in generally speaking, so what's important is is real in the actual practice. That's what's important. Application. Even you may have a lot of great knowledge, but however, if in application of that knowledge, in practice, and then if you are very if you don't apply that, and then there's not much of use. So therefore, it's when we're talking about this again, the cultivating, making effort, cultivate bodhicitta, or developing this bodhicitta mind. So we have to think of in our everyday whatever actions.
Yeah, control so control on your mill never not roll never hack. Then on the that's a roll negative. I'm not there how come with you. Then washing. Georgia Guardian didn't soon do. Wrong yet a budget, young yet a drop a shot. Said the card. Wrong is yen, drop a shot, young shen, baba shots. Said the condition, you know, young in Mando wrong shed the map, yet a show yen was the Majadale. Mull shared somebody man, yet at the map, she had the order, that thing under my shoe. Yenate shall a song to the Mando Lawyer chamber. Wrong yet a bajashi, young yet a drop a shot. Wrong shen, drop a shot, jen and jen baba shots. Yet landing in the thing other log titles the shunado, the church can end. Nyola teeth on another, Nyola Saras, another Nyola Chikitona, the pressure too much sugaring in the lesson.
So if we, if we have a bit of thought on the thought or the negative, like a state of mental attitude that we show to others, or any actions, negative actions that we create, if you have a thought on that, then we can see that how, in fact, that action is like bouncing back upon oneself. In a sense, like for example, if you express a strong anger to others, then how this anger also bounce back or reacts back to you, comes back to you. And so therefore when we are aware of this, then that actually help us to minimize such negative actions. And so it's important to always be aware, be mindful of one's like everyday actions. Through that, how we can learn a lot in terms of knowing what to do and what not to do. So, like in relation with this, the great the Atishas said, that's just a true line which says that that one should hide one's own like qualities, but the pronounce or the qualities of other beings. Now, if we have a deep, if we have a think over this, reflect upon this meaning, just along these two lines, and there is a lot to understand, and also and especially reflecting in this with the relating to one's own, how one normally create actions, how one do it. So if you relate to that, so there's a lot to learn, just being aware of this.
Huh?
No. No. George Rangi Yundem Bao the Sing.
She has a liar.
No.
Huh?
No.
She had a love, she had lama song.
Rangi Yundem has Rangi Yundem Bao the Sing Yundem drop with us.
They're wrong, she had drop.
Okay, yeah. And then the next two is to pronounce one's own like a fault to others, but not the fault of others. No.
Rung yete ma ban, rung yete la ngaja chega ma, ye nganzo yete soza yete la ngaja le, ye yete yonke de ma ba nwa, yete ma ba yete ba dog mu diwa. She te ni ya, ngene te nyole chombo shara le chara son do, te ngene son to ga ngazo. Te shinke ji te ngene son to ga ngazo te ya bu shara ya re se de ya, ngene re. Ngazo peba ji ta ba peba ri she le, rong she ze ya na. Ya je ya na ma shi se, rong shi de, yang shi de ya na shi ting qi.
No.
So ja. No. Rong ge xie ya zi ya na tong ma re se, ye ge xie de xi chu chu de de ngo le tong re se. Da ka la na de de mo re cha lo se sa de de mo nge ne se da, song de de mo re da. Ra rong ge xie de ya no xie qian bo ya tong ya ma re, ye ge xie de chu chu xi de ma den tong ya je de. 대징에네 이제 저러다 안도 뭐 파바 세지면 안도 파지 뭐든 로안 로래 대지 대지 손 도나 야부배 대지 손 된 도다 뭐든 통보용 거래 뭐든 로아데 쉐보용 거래 로응에네 이다 대마제아제 대제는 대제든 로래 가르쳐나지야 패등도 맞아서 차동나지 패네더니 뭐지 뭐고 정도 대징에는 손도 내지 다네 다도 원로도 다나 내 맞는 거 있어. So in most of our case, so we
we're doing quite the opposite to what the great Atisha said. So whereas in our, it's very common for in our the mundane or the world to see how people are always the criticize or or looking for the fault for the of the other beings always, and however everybody will be doing everything possible to try to hide one's own fault, weakness, and so whereas however if we have a serious thought on this, then how this is if what sort of if this kind of mental attitude has a impact on our everyday life experience, and particularly in our interactions and the relationship with others, and so in this, if we think of this, then how as instead of if we can see how we're trying to the speak other of their qualities, and then the admire their qualities. So in that way, if we admire that, so we rejoice in their qualities, and that in that way there is we are opening to to their qualities, and so there's it has the benefit of like inspiring for one's own self-development. So however, if we have with our attitude of always trying to hiding our own faults, so that's strong indications of having a strong like a great deal of pride within oneself, and so at the end, how if you look at the if you think of yourself of some other beings, how whether you like someone with a great sense of such arrogant or pride, then of course you wouldn't want to associate with that persons. So so therefore, there's along with in this regard, in relation with this, there's also one Tibetan saying which goes something like, when it comes to the fault of the other beings, so even if it's so as small as like a size of a lice, you'll be able to identify, you're able to recognize. So however, when it comes to the fault of yourself, even if that fault is as big as a yak, still you wouldn't recognize that. So therefore, this, however, instead of this, if we practice take this advice of Atishas and trying to practice the humilities and admiring, speak the good qualities of other and so on, then this can be a very good contributory factor for one to developing, to develop a good, like a friendship with others, and also to have a more whoever you are associating with, there is some sort of openness and a delight and joy in that associations.
Mobile no the Mala Taz and mobile knowledge in Roger, Ma Karam of the Turkia shape in the Oh, so the my one was that to the men and then Mother Pay, I was that in the mobile yard, that has some taste to the yard in corner. That gave the cellar there, shall a son to the apple yard.
And the Atisha also, there's also another two lines which is which you will find towards the end of this his the thought transformation text, the jewel rosary. So where it says when the keep an eye, on one's mind when you are alone, or check or watch your mind when you are alone, and but watch your speech, when you are with others. So again, this also is a great advice, very practical advice for us, how and also very beneficial, how if you take when we are alone, and how if our mind is not observe, our thoughts are not observed, then how it can be can brings a lot of discomfort, a lot of disturbances. And likewise, how if we are not careful about our speech when with others, then there is a great likelihood of our speech. Through our speech, we can bringing a lot of harm, causing harm to many other beings. No.
다 대주로서 다 대제 선도나 야본데와 당에 바선도도 지역이야래 당만도 대예 계속 다 예방마보 되는 예뭐 대제 때문에 신의 뜻을 시에다 띵엔 잡발라 띵엔 뭐시 그래 가정인데 되게 전에서 안데 여기시 좀 마시나 띵엔 대제 띵엔 뭐시 그 될래서 안데
So this few points that we've just discussed before, so these are all to give you some sort of idea of like give some clue of how to in thought transformation practice. And so now getting back to to continue with our teachings. So we finish about this, how the overcoming the fivefold of meditation, through by applying the 8 antidotes. And now what follows after this is to the importance of recognizing the actual state of concentrations, or meditative state of concentrations. So, because obviously, if without clear, good recognition of that, what that is, then we cannot cultivate that. No.
나 체진이 되고 내가 다 이제 로르 첨부를 샤체 다 로르 첨부 다 매시고시가 다는데 이제 봐 이제 스티자 이제 버리신들나 나 잡아샤에 제네 네 띵연자네 체진이도 대마시 기대스 다 로르 첨부 거 더러 있어요. 나 잡아샤에 띵연자제 체진이 대마시 기대스 네 야풍 송도 안간도 고자를로 라 띵엔서 가데 건데 다 야포 더 못해 근데 너무 많대 되게 저저 띵엔서 뭐 마시는데 별거 말을 대충 돼요.
In the great stages of the path by Lam Tsongkhapas, so it says that the kind of the concentrations that we trying to achieve here, so should possess two qualities, should have two features. So even though this is from the lumbering, but also so the great stages apart, but perhaps you can also find the similar mentioning of similar things in this lumbering as well.
체진이 대바 거들에서 나중에 무시하면 돼. 리지팅에서 체진이 대바 그런다. 새 셔다 사이 사징하도 된바지 그거도 새다 사이 맞아 사징하도 된바지 그거도 야부 fam도 그러는이다.
So those the great stages of the lumbering continue. So these two characteristics, two features, so of the concentrations, so which are the clarity of the mind, or the vividness or the clarity of the mind, and as well as together, as well as the intensity of that the clarities. 사칭 아도 된바데 계속 마셔야 이거 되게 이거 신의 차라신데 강하셔야 대거도 하지 새다 셔다 사 맞아 사칭 아도 된바데 내 미발아 세지데 내비 뭐도 비가 전에 내 차도 된바니 되니 그래야 또 미발아 세지데 내비 So the first feature, which is the vividness or the clarity of the mind, and as well as the in addition to that also should have the intensities of that or the sharpness of that the clarity. And now next second feature, so it says is the single pointedness of the focus or of the object, and the and which is such that there is the almost like a non-conceptual, allowing a non-conceptual stability or the abiding, of the mind. 다 내 체진이들아 체진 속에 당하도 고자들이 선도거래. 그래. 사자에서 새 걸어 새랑만에 다 체진인데 미바지 그거야. 새니데네 새 걸어잖아. 셔다 사칭 나도 된 바지. 미바라 제지도 내비 뭐도 비가. 내 차도 된 바. 다 대인 소리는 띵인데 뭐 레용도와. 당하도 선대도가. 고자리에는 들이 어려단 띵인데 레용도야. 손을 대도야. So what we understand from this is that when we engage in the meditation practice, so the mind, if it should be, of course, it should be focusing on the object, and in doing this, in focusing on the objects, so it's saying this: we should, if we have these two qualities of the concentration, such as this. In terms of the focus, when we are focusing, so there is the clarity in the mind. So there is a clarity of that object, as well as the intensity or the sharpness of that clarity, and then also in focusing, that there's one to be able to focus single-pointedly on the object. And there is ensuring a very good stability of the mind. So if these two are present, these two qualities of the meditation are present there, then this shows that you the concentrations, is good. Yes.
Satin Matebala, Nene Katunga, Shin Koche, Satin Matebala, she Patjelas. Here the Katunga shed, says such not the Mala, Patje said the Shin Shin Tara Keja, the children called the Tata language, Shin and the Watia.
So as to the obstacles to have these two important features of the concentrations in one's meditations, so the obstacles to have a very the intensity or the sharpness of the clarity of the in one's mind, so that is the main obstacle is the thinking, mental thinkings. So which early on. So we already talked in detail about how the thinking are. There can be two types of thinking, very coarse one and the subtle ones.
Is that nothing in that's all another agent, a case on you, there to this. Motobil, taking the motobala, and gave you party. Either she get in, thing at the non that the ball and the Lord Chamber, thing not that the ball, cage so one agent said, 10 years old, 10 years old, there was a young.
And the main the obstacle to having like a single pointedness, so is the excitements, and so therefore in the great stages of the path, then it says that these two, the thinking and the excitements are the two main obstacles of to achieve the perfect state of concentrations.
That's the thing and the said, and me by the state, nature caught thing and the art in the art. Is that in the war? That they caught the rotot and the motor Yadachi, they much and though say me by the state, nature, that thing and the Java, thing and the nature said, what thing, trembles in the sentence, name the nature genre. Oh, thing and the roto, me by the state never got that, they do things that some good nature, thing and the said, then I got said, say me by the state, nature, never chatty. Tell me by the jet, never she geese, never chatty, but me by the gin death, never she geese, there are Geshe is. Geshes, goes Geshe, says, say, thing and to say the carrier, thing and to say, me by the stage in nature. Yes, tell you me by the judition, never to give you what your son told us. Jen Debat.
No, like June Debat.
Jen,
no.
Yes, and what Jensen
June, no.
Those are the cocky touches of Jensen. And Jensen, and my way. Just said to you that Jensen, you just said you said 하고 파자네 하고 거기에 괜히 말하긴 나와. 거기에 괜히 마셔를 해도 나는 매세요 많이세요. 얘는 저 고쳐만 예세요. 매세요 많이세요.
그래 다니는 많이 돼.
야, 대신은 들으려나 나중에 고자면 하나는 먹는 거는 매세나 거 예세나 거 그래. 매세나 거 예세나 거는 같이 예세나 거면 돼. 예세나 거 말이야.
근데 띵이지랑 돕서는 게
아, 전대 봐. 나는 띵엔서 제 매봐라. 세지 내비 내차도 돼 봐. 대에 전도 내 봐. 이게
막 띵이지 코로나라는 게 지금 라송서. 랑도 코로나 지금 알았어.
알았어.
내차 내비차.
예, 근데서 가라.
나.
너 거기 쩌노신. 내 빼잖아 지다이 그저 말해. 저러서 띵엔서 세가 세 매봐 세지 내비 내차를 했어.
나.
관계 대자원 되었어. 네 띵엔서 로또지 매봐 세지 내차 대자원. 자세는 다 대자 파전 대자 계속 계시리야 절에 계시리 내 말이现在 띵에서 내 말 정하면 돼. 다 됐지 자자고
랑도 없어 갈 수가 없어.
알아?
랑도 없어. 그런 띵이지 그런 게 없어.
대주 쇼생 이게 나고 왔대. 자세는 뭐지? 띵에서 가져 왔대. 가잖아. 그놈아 영향하고는 띵에서 왔대. 대대자 밑발로 로또지. 내가 대자면 너다 세다 나 띵엔서 가래 띵엔서 세 매발 세지 내 차대자 전처럼 개가 세 코로 띵엔서 세지와 말이 전반 띵엔서 세지와 말이 다 전반 띵엔서 말세 띵엔서 매나 다 띵엔서 가르쳐 근데 띵엔서 세 세지 내비 차지가 코 띵엔서 잔다 누가 다시 대자원 니는 저 같이 들으셔요. 뭐지 들으셔요. 이제 아콘도 하시. 내비 차례. 대면에는 매발 전는 내 가지고 그래서 내가 철어서다 띵엔서서 가래서는 세 매발 봐. 세지도 반내대 전비 세지도 줘야 돼. 전마 걸어 띵엔서서 세조마 철은 예시 몰라야 돼. 전마 말에 세 걸어 띵엔서서 세 걸어 띵엔서 세조마 말에 대면 띵엔서 가는 세때는 매발 세지 내비 차지야. 코팅엔서 자. 라바야 부터 뭐 태모라. 띵엔서 가제 전바 띵엔서 세요다 셔서.
So the great stages of the path then continued with the the defining the concentrations. What is concentrations? So when the in the meditation, so we may be applying various mental factors such as mindfulness and alertness, so forth. And so if we ask the questions, what is the mind? Mindfulness is we normally say with the mindfulness, then we fix the mind on the objects, single pointedly. So, and then if we ask, is the mindfulness itself is the concentrations? So technically, it's not. And then we also say, mind, in the meditation, so that we have to fix the mind on the focus, the mind on the object, single pointedly. So again, technically, if you ask, is the mind is the concentration? It's not. So what is the concentration? Then these the great stages of the path then explained. So the concentration is that factor of the part of the mind, so which is which enable the mind to focus single pointedly, and also enable the mind to sustain that or continue that the single pointed pointedness, single pointed focus. So therefore it is a kind of concentration is a mental factors which has this specific role, in the functioning of the mind. So here, this specific role of the concentration is this single-pointedness, and the continuation of that the single-pointed the focus of on the objects. Yes.
That tell nothing. Say me bali. You are Mashabi. That Tashi Gugaro. Rod said that me by Necha in the Nebala, Nepitachi, say Nepitachi Gugaro. That's our temporary stage. Come in it. They didn't get a children about Rante must have mother Radranga machine in the 10 moving Ratazai. Zay Manebit Yon Mashabi Tashi Dons Yan Jamanja Shiba Ni Giga Zaytini send me there Nepitachi. Mibla Manana never do Manu Nebi she go right the mother Jambade nearby she Jambade she the town all the thing answer Gombala to just saw him by the time saw him by in yet started.
So it's important that you understand this very quite a very subtle difference here when we talk of this the meditations, and then we're talking about the concentrations, and then we also talk about the mindfulness and alertness. So now regarding this, so the great stages of the path now continues, that the mindfulness and the alertness, these two are the means to which enables the mind to develop concentrations. So, for example, through mindfulness, or which is more like the memory, so we are able to our mind is then able to retain the object, or focus focus on the given objects rather than being distracted by any other objects. So that's the function. So the mindfulness, therefore, is a cause, or is a means to develop concentration. And then at the same time, in order to ensure that while the mind is focused, while the mind is the focus on the object without any distractions, just to ensure that it is there's a continuity, ensure that there's no, or to be aware, rather than to be aware that there's no the distractions of the occurrence arising in the meditations, arising in this, to ensuring that then there is one applying the alertness or these introspections. So that's the specific role of the introspection, just to watch that there is no arising of any distractions in the concentrations.
And the Jamba Shijin Yawa Temba Shepa Des Jingin Se Le Motoa Shepi Shell Jamba Nibina, San Choa, rather sheep. She be sure that then you got no digit, no decuted, Tanda Teja, Tandas were nothing as the Chechini, the Apacos on it, no.
So, so just want to make sure that you all understand what are the two characteristics of concentrations, two characteristics or two features of concentrations.
That can you saw the Shiado, Gabani, they have Cosma.
Yeah.
A touch saw another, Geshe, they have Cosma.
And then the two main obstacles to concentration, which are the sinking and excitements, and then what is the two main means to for the concentration, for maintaining concentration, so which are the mindfulness and the alertness.
Kangi Goja, Senela Nyo Atita Gudia, is a son the Goshep and Goshep and then now Senela Nyo Atapagi. Tell us any Pitagates, says the Nepigotene, Negate, Sene, Gushi, Gushi, she gives. Ra Senel Nyatabagar, Terra, Senel Galatine, Gashi Gores, that's what that was. I don't know what you call
The Namdula General.
Then cut. The whole matter says that they cannot lose it.
See the angle load again.
Somebody Senega Johnson Goshaba and then Senela Nyotaba Gay Nyotaba tell us Sene Gashigis. You must should Shachamon, my cousin Shacham Magic is a lion. General Johnson Shacham, they would not actually.
So now we back to the
somebody Goshi bandana Senela Nyotaba Gis. Tell us Sene Gashigis. La Senegal Nyote Senegal Teshig.
No. To the liberation in the palm of hand. So we're up to the section, so where it's the in terms of the outlines, so which is the how to achieve the nine mental abidings, nine mental abidings. So and then it says if in order for one to be successful in achieving this, the perfect state of concentration, then one have to gain experiential, the realization of all these nine stages of mental abiding, all this mental abiding, and so therefore the one should understand, one should recognize what those each state of those nine mental abidings was.
Sen Joba, Jedan Joba, Leten Joba, Nyawan Joba, Tawa Shepa, Shawa Shepa, Numba Shapa, Seti the Shepa, Numba Juba, Gate, Galis, that one is a.
So then the text then lists those nine mental abidings, like the placing the mind, and then the placement with continuity, patch-like the patch-like placement, and then the close placement, then taming the mind, and the pacifying, and then the complete pacifications, single-pointedness, and then the what do you call the equanimity, placement with equanimity.
Gotcha. That somebody, right? Somebody saying job, I said, somebody, let me, but don't watch the Tito in churches. That trigger, somebody, Tibita in jail, right? Send somebody, let me get any cherry, the cat on other midland, they're going to let me get it. Madate, Tibito in church, says on the let me be the Donga. Tito in church, thought to Tibita, taking to rest, the Malami, then there's then Tibito in church is. Then me bala, Jato, Lee, Sheche, Manipina, Judson, Matempate, tell us, to tell us on Juba, among other senior drop out, let mother, and Juba thought, yeah, gentle name of material. The thought you know, and Tibita in the Agos on other, Joe said.
So the text continue with the explaining the first mental abiding, which is the placing the mind. So which, as it says here, so that is the primarily achieve through the force of one's listening to the instruction of the lamas. So now the so from this we can understand that there is also in here there's also mentioning of the six types of power, six powers. So of the six powers, the first mental abiding is so primarily achieved by the power of listenings. By the power of listenings, and then, as it says here, at that stage, so there is only an ability to rest or abide the mind on the objects, just a little bit, however, there's no ability to sustain the continuity of that the concentrations.
도제 쉬비 던져서 다 초게 온的时候日本我们在那都谢娘军用他看见那都没着给谁没着嘛他给这等不等俺都一旦给把学啊可他说是娘人这个在日本人他온的时候的他日本人然都这学比到这个这超过就온的时候他学比个俺们人那都学起了所以娘军用那都觉得没得说蛮就是那都但是也是比娘也是他的上这种他现在没得的
So at this, the first level of this mental abiding, so the meditator is only just able to rest the mind on the object, and however there is no in the meditation, so there is no like a strong force of like a stability, a mental stabilities. So therefore, due to lack of this force of stability, so therefore meditator is unable to continue the mental abidings, and then these in here in this the Lamrim, then it says that at that time, so the meditator would also the experience a strong like a wave of this mental distractions of the various the thoughts, distracting thoughts appearings in the interrupting in one's meditations. So this is where like how even some people who also experience the same when they not when they begin to engage in meditation practice, so they feel like their mind seems to be as if more agitated than usual, right? So something similar to that. So in that stage, the meditator experience that kind of strong wave of mental distraction and such disturbing thought. And however, as it says here, so in fact, it says in this Lamrim text that however, this is in fact it is not the case that there is a increase of the mental or the disturbing thoughts. So rather, this is a sign or the indications why you experience that, that as if you feel like there's more disturbing thoughts. So it rather is like an indication or the symptoms of actually that of you being or you recognizing the mental recognizing the disturbing thoughts.
Just no to needs to be no yes, just one. No. I never that about the same job pass send me by a yacht or a mother just tell me there send job pass the ticket is here. Send to my job I said yacht or a mother just some to I then here top of the yacht pass send job pass send job pass there's on the us.
So even the first mental abiding, which is also called as placing the mind, so which is also very appropriate because it is in that it's a stage where the meditator is able to simply place the mind on the object, and that's all, but not however not in a position to sustain or continue the mental abidings.
Nyamba Jentan Jopas and Diga Jenny Dagoda, Nyabana, Teta Gombi, Jen, Mibala, Juse, Jen Juse, Tatabana, Jen Jopas, Atisha, Senator Botil, Joba, Nyabana, Teta Gombi, Senator Boya, Yoga Gogre, Senator Gogre, Miba, Jato, G, Jada. No my jazz, Toba Jet is a Tatabana, and Tatabatan Jed, Jed in Jopasing, desert. Ben Ashted. And then the second mental abiding, so which is called placement with continuities, and so and this. Is explained here that after the first mental abiding, so if one reach to this stage, reach to the point, that where
one is not only just placing the mind on the object, but also the point where one is able to maintain the continuity of that placement. Just a little bit continuation of that mental abiding. So that's the second one. So in here, so when you mention here the continuations, so the text they explained that the continuation referred to the duration. It take one to do the one, recite the one round like the mala of 6 syllable Om Mani Padme Hum mantra. So at that for that duration, if one is able to maintain the mental abiding, so that is this second. So just the continues with the text which you will find in the your English version. So at this time, at this level, so there is the indication of the pacifications of disturbing thought, and as well as sometime there is the pacification that time, and then at the time, so there is the indication of the disturbing thought arising, and as well as there's a moment of the resting, in a way, literal resting of the disturbing thought. So that's something they're talking about, how the meditator, how they experience, feel as if there's in that this is second mental abiding. So there's a feel that there's the arising of the mental the disturbing thought, as well as there's some certain time there's a pacification of the mental abiding. So there is a resting of as if they literally the disturbing thought taking a rest, and so which giving the meditation some room for of mental peace. So in terms of these 6 powers, so the second mental abiding is achieved mainly through the power of thinking, and so which which is generated, or which result from the preceding power. That's the power of listenings.
yawa je riwa jushis iwa do je riwa juwa ra se neba iyani iya je riwa juwa isa jadin juwe je jadin juwe je da teres da zama do de.
And then the text continues that after saying that how the second mental abiding is achieved primarily through the force of the power of thinking, then it says that during the time of this the first and the second mental abidings, there is the moment of like arising of thinking and the mental excitings are great, are very great, and however the moment of actually the resting or the abiding of the mind is very little. So therefore it says here, therefore there's also in here there's also talk about the four mental attentions. So in terms of the four mental attentions, so in the second and the third mental abiding, so there is requirements of the first the mental attention called the forcible mental attention is required. Yes.
Somebody let you but Naki Tava Jala, Tamba Jaba, Jas, letters, and you feel until she never was, and Tamba Jateno, Garden, Jet, Senator Nabaka, John Tubiga, Jet, Dinis, San Mibali, Iwana, Chadaba, Iana, Chadaba, Shini, Long Mibali Juto, they were let their husband. Is that? Jet Tibis, Senator Baga, Jet Tibi, Jet and San Mibali, Iwana, Chada, Tamata by Shini. Yeah, Tamata, Lang, Mr. Sileni, Jubatala, say is Telata, let them Jubas. Cosmade, and the time that there's the Lala, never jet up, and you guys say jet Jetabi, Jeti, and Sam Mibali, Iwana, Chatani, Iana, Chat by Shini, La Mibalatin, but let when Juba, Mibal Sinjo, let Hemojano, Mibata Sinjo, says, that let in Juba, that does it come to the
and then the third mental abiding, which is called as patch-like placement. So here, as is quite self-explanatory on if you refer to this commentary. So where there's an example of how you use, if there's like a hole or on a cloth, so you stitch close that, fix that by putting a patch, stitching a patch on that. So likewise, in this, the stage of your meditation is such that in here that you have a bit of ability to continue these the concentrations, and now at the level of this third mental abidings, then there is a bit of ability if any interruptions of distractions occur, then there's the ability to recognize that distractions, and then not only that, then like you stitching a patch on the cloth, so like that. So there's the ability to fix that the problems, or to get rid of that that interruptions, and therefore there's an ability to sustain, to continue the meditation with for a longer period of time. Teni chide mite shom masipi somebody che shuba is ne rendi wa ta le den ju ba sha sen se ta jden ju ba sen sen ju ba jden ju ba le den ju ba nya ju ba si da nya ju ba si ka de le ta sen ju ba ro ta din ka sen sen ju ma chom ba shu che de shen ni mite den ju ba te sa chamba ba sa ba ya bu sen ni se de mite la ja Teni mete shom masipi ngama selenda cheshuba is ta la sene jivale tene mete tembil shosi go mari isal ngama selenda cheshuba ye hakon da is. So as is mentioned in this text, so the main difference between this third mental abiding and the previous one, with the second mental abiding, is in terms of the interruptions of the mental distractions, duration of the interruptions of mental distractions in terms of shorter or the longer durations. So that's the main. So in another words, so it says here in this and at this third level. So due to the greater force of the mindfulness, or the power of the memory, the arisings, so there's one is able to so this compared to the second one is there's a the longer, there's more continuations, and then the fourth one, which which is called close placement. Close placement, fourth mental abiding, which is a close placement, and so which is really the as a benefit, or as the advantage of having generated a greater power of like memory or the mindfulness during the third level. So due to that, so therefore it says that it is the benefit of that. So at the fourth level, so there's the ability to not losing the focus of the object, at all. No. Yeah. So that's to you can obviously see the how this fourth level is distinguished, from all the previous, three mental abidings.
Yeah, just that me ba ma she je de she ge je she che mo yun yin she ge je ni bo te ma ge ba she ni te ge se.
What's that? When you make the despite the fact that there's no risk of losing the object or the focus of the object, but there is the danger of the arising of strong force of the abiding, the mental sinking and the excitements. So therefore, it is necessary in this for level 2, they apply the antidote for these two.
Somebody Japan the thought to Jimmy thought in jazz, Jimmy thought, then not have mata, Jambach, not so what Jimmy thought of by us, tongue and daily thought, Yano then Jamba thought yes, Jimmy called Nasa, what Jamba thought, thought daily, what Jamba thought, I already met thought to by us, is, yeah.
So, of the 6 powers, so this third and the fourth mental abidings so are achieved mainly by the power of mindfulness, and so in fact, as it says in this text, that in this fourth stage, so meditative reach a stage where really have fully developed or fully maturize the power of the mindfulness, and fully completed this power of mindfulness.
Sen no de trapi, xiang chamo, nye chei, shi je to de, xie ni, xia ra xi de, ding yan de ye de, ta ke zong re, ding yan de ye de do, ta de ya ye, ding yan de ye de so ni, se se de ge si de le da, xiang de se ma xiu ma yi de, de da no re, se no de tra song, ten xiang xie ke zong ba ta, ke zong ma ro sa sa de, a ko song a si, ma ba na sa na. Ngaba Jibika send no the trap. Say me the Masho, Hajo, that Jamba Shuche, when it no the try it is saying, then she are Chamo, nye che is. Nye che, she bato de, she is, that she shall, she de, shara she ding as the Shiana, ding as the Yete Sony says that they is. The don't amanya. She get a raban Jumanjugi che, yes, that is my judgment. And you might amount on that.
And then the fifth mental abiding, which is called the subduing or taming the mind. So this, as in this the commentary, which says that how the at the level of the fourth mental abidings, so the meditator, as we just discussed, the meditator has gained a very highly developed state of mindfulness of all the memories, and so therefore as the meditator apply that the the mindfulness or the power of memory, and so there is a then the meditator then face it results in like a in the in over like a withdrawing, in a sense, over withdrawing one's mind, or focus inward, and this has such over withdrawing one's mind inward, withdrawn the mind inwards, focus inwards, so it has the fault of resulting or arising or bringing in the subtle form of like mental sinkings. So therefore, in this time, so at this fourth level, so the meditator have to in order to combat the subtle sinking, so mental sinking, so have to apply the power of alertness or introspections, and also, which we already have the cover or discuss early on, that how what we have to do when the mind is too much drawn inside, and then how when the mental sinking arise, then how in order to overcome that, so you have to uplift your mind. You have to heighten the meditations, and so we have to recall what we have discussed earlier on to what we have to do to overcome the mental sinking here.
다 띵한데 예제서들 가정 띵한데 예제서는 되네. 장하시도나 너무 밤에 받대지라. 되네. 예제서는 셔마도 다 신이 다 계속 모셔야 맞지. 그게 지지대 다 있는 것만 안 써야 되지 만큼 거. 다 연도 시행 매친. 안으로 지키셔.
So how the one way to uplift our spirit or our in the meditation spirit is to reflecting on the benefits of developing meditative concentrations, and then how even that such reflection doesn't help one to overcome this sinking problem, then which we're not going to discuss here again, but as we already discussed before, how there were so many other options, the alternative, like means that you could apply to various methods that you can apply to overcoming the mental sinkings. So we finish the teaching here, and if some could bring the tea, please. Thank you.